She just sounds like she has like a mental condition, like a disability. It's not just like vocal fry. Is that sexy? I don't get it. Why is she doing that? Ha, eyes up here. Like, what the Anyway, let's move on from that to Sydney Sweeney's jeans campaign, which created major backlash. Okay, I know Jay Mershon really wants me to cover the story. He's been losing his fucking mind. Here, let's take a look.
Look amazing.
Sydney Sweeney's new jeans campaign is sparking major backlash.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
The campaign has a clever slogan: Sydney Sweeney has great genes. That's genes with a J. But many believe the implication is that Sydney Sweeney's genes with a G are superior.
My body's composition.
I mean, it is. That is the double entendre. Yes, that is the double entendre. It's a weird double entendre to make. I mean, I think this is like a company actively trying to lean into like white nationalists and eugenicist arguments to fucking advocate for people to purchase their product.
Is determined by my genes. Hey, eyes up here.
Sydney Sweeney's new ad is deeply, deeply unsettling to me.
It's a problem when white people try to say that the superior gene is blonde hair and blue eyes.
But others are saying it's much ado about nothing.
I'm not gonna stop you.
While the fun police have found something else to be angry at.
This is part of the reason why I didn't entertain the discourse, because like I just don't give a shit that much. Yeah, I think American Eagle is trying to fucking lean in on the double entendre. I think it's more so indicative of the time itself, like the time that we're in. I suspect the Republicans are excited that they can somehow talk about anything but Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump doing pedophilia together. So great opportunity for this twink to get involved.
About
what I thought that meant was, well, she was wearing some great jeans. I guess I'm really naive.
So, will the controversy help or hurt American Eagle?
Listen, you hear that all press is good press. Certainly it created more awareness. If there was anyone out there who didn't know what American Eagle was, that they sell jeans, that it is a brand that's still in existence, now they certainly know.
I bet you want to try these jeans.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining.
I think what's crazy is like Sydney Sweeney's voice, and this is so like she sounds so much like a Valley girl. But yeah, this is outrage marketing for sure. But I think ultimately the double entendre being that like Sydney Sweeney has superior genes because of her eye color and shit is basically brands playing fast and loose with this kind of politics because they are no longer fearful of any sort of repercussion. As a matter of fact, they expect the repercussion to be positive. That's it.
Ad as the fucking jeans ad. You know what I mean? Same ad as the Sydney Sweeney's got great jeans. You know what I mean? Like the Zoom. Here it is. Sydney Sweeney is preparing a lobster bisque. Camera tight, gray background, all fucking denim. She goes to taste it, spills some on her titty. Ow.
With American free healthcare, that burn won't leave a scar.
Thanks, American healthcare. Boom. Go.
Damn, Medicare for all. I'm locked in. It's a play on the Brooke Shields ad.
The secret of life lies hidden in the genetic code.
Yeah, by the way, Brooke Shields is like 15 here when she's doing this ad.
Genes are fundamental in determining the characteristics of an individual and passing on these characteristics to succeeding generations.
14? Oh, God, it was different time and also very creepy. With all the Epstein stuff, should you be really referencing the Brooke Shields ad? No, I think it plays into it. Like, yeah, it plays into the fucking grossness. That's what I'm saying.
Occasionally, certain conditions produce a structural change in the gene, which will bring about the process of evolution. Like,
Brooke Shields' experience and exploitation is a perfect demonstration of how insane, creepy, gross we used to be as a society towards children and never really cared about protecting children. We still are, but we used to too.
Determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My jeans are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has very genes.
The Sydney Sweeney situation's getting crazier and crazier as it's dividing the internet. You've got more big Trump, Epstein, Maxwell updates as Trump seems to be prepping a pardon.
Am I in this? No, I'm not.
Maxwell just filed a Supreme Court brief where this followed there and given 5 stars. And if you haven't yet, I'll make it the top link in the description. Definitely join. It's a great podcast. But that said,
you agree it's pretty Nazi coded? Yeah. What do you think fucking having superior genes is? I don't think they're literally saying like we're Nazis. They're saying that they're rage baiting with like Nazi shit because it's a sign of the times. It's like that failing fast food shop, whatever it's called, selling. What are they selling? They're selling like cane sugar soda, and it's being hailed up as like a fucking heroic move by like RFK Steak and Shake. Companies now think like doing right-wing stuff is like the new meta.
there is a lot of big news we have to talk about today, starting with this. You've got a Sydney Sweeney Nazi propaganda controversy playing out right now. Right? Because if you haven't seen, there's been this debate playing out after her new campaign with American Eagle just launched, where the tagline is Sydney Sweeney has great genes. Right? It's a play on words because the campaign is for American Eagle's denim line, but also genes like genetics. In some of the videos, they seem to use her genes to make a, hey, did you know Sydney Sweeney is hot joke, like this one.
My body's composition is determined by my genes. Hey, eyes up here.
Why does she sound like... I don't want to say it. Never mind. She just sounds like she has like a mental condition, like a disability. It's not just like vocal fry. Is that sexy? I don't get it. Why is she doing that? Ha, eyes up here. Like, what the f? Is that like a new trend? Is that what it is? She just sounds like that? I don't know. I don't think she sounds like that all the time.
Sydney Sweeney has very genes.
But then you've got a number of people feeling like others have a much different tone.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color.
Personality.
My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has very genes.
And so you're seeing many out there feeling like that by emphasizing genetics, especially with Sydney's blue eyes and calling her genes great, the ad was essentially promoting eugenics, with some saying,
like a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman is talking about her good genes. Like, that is Nazi propaganda. I also am thinking about like all of the young girls who are doing their back to school shopping right now at places like American Eagle who are seeing ads like this. Yikes.
Praising Sydney Sweeney for her great genes in the context of her white, blonde hair, blue eye appearance, it is one of the loudest and most obvious racialized dog whistles we've seen and heard in a while. When those traits are consistently uplifted as genetic excellence, we know where this leads.
Right, and that as you had others writing things like, I like Sydney Sweeney and American Eagle as much as the next guy, but we must secure the existence of our people and a future for white children is a crazy tagline for selling genes. As well as something about an ad sexualizing a woman with blonde hair and blue eyes while commenting that she has great genes feels extremely conservative, especially in this political climate. And that is, you had many blaming Sydney for participating in the campaign and claiming it wasn't just a commercial, saying it was a love letter to white nationalism.
Okay, everybody needs to calm down. Like, I think they're going overboard with the criticism. I think the ad is not going to make people white supremacists. I think the problem with the ad is it indicates that culture is moving in a direction where they find white supremacy to be permissible. The ad shows that we're there already. And companies think this is like a appropriate double entendre to engage with. Can't you say you have good genes in a non-Nazi way or no? I mean, maybe, you're sure. But when you start talking about your hair color and blue eyes, it becomes a little bit different, don't you think? There's a difference, I feel like, between being like, yeah, I got good genes, man, and being like, my blue eyes and blonde hair and lineage come from my genes, my genetic predestiny. Anyway,
and eugenic fantasies, and she knew it. With you also seeing tons of people in her Instagram comments pissed off at her, some pointing to the eugenics criticism and others just slamming her for doing another ad campaign that sexualizes her. With many of them saying that the campaign seems reminiscent of very controversial ads that Brooke Shields did with Calvin Klein when she was just a teenager, where she said nothing comes between her and her Calvins. And in one ad, she does a similar gene pun where she describes genetics. Right, but there, many felt that those ads over-sexualize her, and now you have people thinking that it's odd for American Eagle to reference a commercial mostly known for sexualizing a child. Now with this, you had others pointing to the fact that in American Eagle's press release, you had the company noting that it created a Sydney gene meant to raise awareness for domestic violence.
So are we supposed to ignore this and move on? Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, literally. What? Like, what's the solution, you think? Like, I feel like there's way more important things happening every day. Shadow said, okay. Yeah, thank you.
Sales from those pans going to a crisis text line. But then you had many arguing that given how sexy the ads are meant to be, you would never know that this angle even existed. So, it just appears that there's controversies at every corner, with the criticisms notably growing especially loud over the weekend. With all of that said, Sydney Sweeney teaming up with American Eagle here, one, it appears to have actually been very good for American Eagle, at least as far as the stock price is concerned, with the stock seeing an initial massive jump, and then, with the backlash, there's been some fluctuations, but still it's been net positive. And two, you've also seen many people out there arguing that the backlash over this is overblown, right? Arguing that this is just a pun about Sydney Sweeney being very pretty, not a...
So you don't think they should publicly apologize? I don't give a shit one way or another. I don't care. Great. Sure. Who cares? I don't care. I don't. Doesn't it seem like a non-issue? It is, but it's cool because it's an issue from a bygone era. This is a very like 2016 style problem. Very 2016 style controversy, and we're living in 2025. So it's cute. And I like it. I like that chatters are, they got the energy, right? Like it's cool. It makes me happy that there are chatters who are still in their cutie pie era. Yeah, I don't care about the gene ad. I care about like the actual white supremacy that's already happening. And I care about the gene ad more so on what it signals, as I was saying already, which is that it signals that companies are feeling comfortable playing fast and loose with white supremacy or like eugenics. Yeah, it's more of a symptom of the disease. It's not causing people to be white supremacists. It just means people are, at the very least, not upset about this kind of thing. As far as like wanting to cancel American Eagle, go right ahead, guys. I'm saying that I feel like as a society, we've moved beyond like getting upset at companies doing shitty marketing, considering the ever-present danger that is facing everyone in the Western world. Fascism is growing everywhere. America and Canada both are participating in the genocide of the Palestinians. Every day we see it. There is a affordability crisis that's impacting everybody, but seemingly there's no solution to it. Trans people are written out of existence by legislation. Mass atrocities happening as a direct consequence of anthropogenic climate change. I don't care about American Eagle. I don't care that American Eagle thought it was like cute beyond the fact that they correctly predicted that they would get no repercussions for this. So for you guys to be like, no, we should actually fucking get mad at American Eagle. It's cool that people are still like, no, I'm gonna get real mad at American Eagle. Okay. Fight the power. This shit makes the left look crazy. I mean, it's fine to point out that it's like obviously a byproduct of where we are as a society, that a major corporation is trying to fucking do double entendre on eugenics, that's what I did too. I just don't really care about it beyond the fact that we're here. This is where we're at. You feel me?